Hey all, welcome back to the Car Secrets channel. Today we're going to talk about a Lexus service bulletin number 0014-22. What this bulletin addresses is a problem that happens on RX350, 450H, and ES350 models covering the years from 2018 up to 2022. And the problem is a very annoying rattle coming from the sunroof assembly. So you're driving down a bumpy road and there's a rattle noise coming up from the top. And normally you would hear this noise when the sunroof is in a tilted open position. So when the sunroof's closed, it's pretty quiet. When it's open, it's rattling and driving you nuts. So let's take a look at what remedy Lexus has come up with to repair this issue. Let's look at the warranty information. So first of all, because this is not a recall, they're not just gonna do the repair on every vehicle that rolls into the shop. They actually need to confirm this condition, and the vehicle also has to be within specific warranty parameters for them to repair it for free. So the op code is just what the technician submits to Lexus for reimbursement. The description of the job is they're gonna remove the sunroof glass. They're gonna inspect the cables and see if they're loose or rattling. And in that case, this TSB specifically doesn't apply. But if the cable drive assemblies are not loose or damaged, they apply a grease to certain contact points to eliminate the noise, reassemble everything, and send the vehicle out. So the time is 1.2 hours. That's what the technician gets paid. However, if you come in and this job is outside of warranty, they will likely charge you more than that because the job usually takes longer than this time that's given here. The warranty on this particular repair is 4 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first, and it's from the vehicle's in-service date, so the date of the delivery to the first customer, not the production date. Here's the parts information. So this is the service kit for the cable assemblies themselves. Now, this TSB does not talk about replacing them specifically. It just talks about lubricating the contact points. And then for the tools and equipment, you just need a T25 Torx wrench to get the sunroof off. Easy peasy, available from any parts store. So let's look at the repair procedure. So first of all, they would need to confirm that the condition actually exists, because without that, they cannot do this repair in the warranty. So they'll drive the vehicle over a bumpy road, listen for the noise, confirm it, okay, good to go. Next step is to remove the sunroof glass itself. It's just usually held on by 4 bolts. You pop the covers off, take the bolts out, and then the glass comes out. After this, they're going to inspect the drive cable assemblies for any looseness and noise when they wiggle them up and down. So this is part of the assembly right here. This is what gets pulled by the cable in the track and moves the glass, in and out and up and down. So they're gonna wiggle it and check, is there any rattling noise coming from actually the inside of this thing? If there is, then these cable assemblies have to be replaced, and that's a bit more of an involved job that this TSB does not address. However, if they themselves are not worn out and rattling, they will proceed with the repair as per the service bulletin. So let's see what's involved in that. They're going to remove the adjustment nuts. So that's these nuts right here. They just pry them up with a little pry tool and pop these covers off of the nuts first. So this is the nut cover. The nut itself is inside there. After that, this is the nut right here. It can be pulled out of the cable assembly. And next, there's a little rubber insulating pad that sits inside this bracket right here. So they're going to slide that piece out. Now they would clean this area off and apply a thick grease. That doesn't really specify here what grease it is, but looks like a silicone-based grease. I think it just needs to be a nice thick one that absorbs vibration, and that's what it does there. It just prevents things from rattling and hitting each other. So take this area, clean it up, and apply a nice thick sticky grease to this area. After that's done, you would apply grease all around this nut. And again, that's just to absorb any impact or vibration when you're driving over a bumpy road and prevents this thing from rattling inside of the cable housing. After this, slide the little rubber pad back into the bracket and then reinstall the nut. So it's important to insert it from the correct direction. So you're inserting it from the outside of the vehicle facing inwards, because you could put it either way. But this is the way that it should go, from the outside facing inwards with this little protrusion on it right here, with the opening on it. So once that's done, these nut covers get slid back over, and there's a note here to make sure they don't interfere with the rubber pad. So the rubber pad that was installed there doesn't get dislodged or popped out of place during this procedure. When that's done, the sunroof glass gets reinstalled with the 4 bolts, and covers go back on, and then they just take it for a test drive and an inspection of operation. Make sure that the roof opens and closes, and if everything works well and the rattle noise is gone, then we're good. The repair is complete. However, if the rattle noise is still there, that's when the sliding roof cable assembly has to be replaced, which is again a bigger job, and it's not discussed in this TSB specifically. But if your vehicle's under warranty, then they will take care of that as well for you. So there you go. That's how the sunroof rattle gets taken care of on these models. Hopefully you found the information in this video helpful, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.